Well, hello YouTube. What you guys got going on? Back to SBW playing Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. So, what's the play? The play is that I'm going to comment about certain stuff while we're doing a... Nah, I got plenty done there. Lazarus didn't go too well last time. But, oh yeah, we haven't done anything with Lilith yet. Let's do that. And while I watch my game turn into trash in front of me because of the frame rate for some reason. But hey, that's okay because I got plenty to talk about. So, a couple things. Most importantly, I remember on my last episode I was talking some more about SOS, and I had, hold on, there is a audio problem. And not just because of, there we go. That's better. I can hear myself now. I do not know what's going on with the game today. It has been going real rough. Alright, so here we are. SOS is the thing I was talking about. Everything has gone strictly okay with SOS, and that's not fair for me to say, because technically SOS has been going great. And I'll explain. So, last we left off was it was the day that I had basically like the best day ever. I had talked about how I had streamed with Supermask, and some other stuff happened. And one of the big things that happened was that I played SOS, and it wasn't just your normal SOS match. It was the first few matches I was playing with Outbreak. And Outbreak is a bloodthirsty madman, which I was expecting. You know, he's had a lot of PUBG in his life. I think he's had the exact same amount of PUBG in his life as mine. Like, I don't know if that man plays PUBG without me, but I guess I've played without him, so I mean, I hope he does. I hope he gets some enjoyment out of that game away from, you know, me. Oh, Lord. Alright. Please. Take me back to normal frame rate. I'm gonna need to do some more testing. There's some stuff I can do to this game, I think. Because today, 720 by 1280p resolution is not helping me out here. Alright. So, especially with one of the matches that I had won, and it was quite the story. It was like, basically, you guys play Far Cry 3? It was Far Cry 3. Just like basically the whole plot loop happened there. So, a couple things, and I'm gonna try to recount the story because it was a really, I thought it was a pretty good story. Thank you for the luck upgrade. I thought it was a pretty good story. Just like all the stuff that happened, you guys are getting the exclusive. You're getting it straight out of my mouth, without, you know, me having the mental capacity of being able to spin it in a more desirable direction. So, oh, that was a great pill. So, we start off. I'm with Albrecht, and we are on. We start off on opposite sides of the island. We've done a match or maybe two matches previously together. So we basically had the idea of what to do. And I know he's more of a hunker down and loot kind of guy, so I'm like, okay, I can make my way over there. I consider myself a stealthy man. We'd actually done a match previous to that, and I found out I was a very stealthy man. This is not worth a bomb. Alright, let's go in here. More bombs. Hey, now it's okay. I could also use a bomb here, get some money, but I don't think that's necessary. Alright, that's most likely a shop, so we'll head over this way. Hey, that's a interesting item. So, what's a boy to do? I think this is the right idea. It's gonna be slow, but just watch the run go. I'm already liking this situation already. So, so the previous game we had played was pretty good. It was a 4 out of 5. but I said it was a 5 out of 5 because I didn't know what a true 5 out of 5 was yet. I've explained the gameplay loop to you guys on previous episodes, but I'll just go over it quickly. There's 16 people, and that includes your teammate. You go into this place, and you're trying to make alliances, find a big old relic, fight these monsters off, and hopefully all goes well. Pills. Oh, that's not a good pill. Might as well get it out of the system now. Range up, 48 hour energy. Alright. So, we're doing this, and oh, I like that. So, like, he's hunkering down to do some looting. I'm sorry, I'm getting my story mixed up here. I just want to start off talking about the previous match. The previous match, I had, so he dies pretty early on. And it was actually kind of an entertaining way because we found like a flare gun which lets you call down the helicopter. Oh, excuse you, dude. You just jumped on me. Kill that guy. Good. Do that. Oh, that's High Priestess. I thought that was Empress. I was not paying attention. So he dies pretty early because we called down an airdrop, which and the audience gets to pick it. And so the audience had picked a gun, which is great, and a bomb, which is not great. And so I'm already like a little over in the distance because I know how this stuff goes. And he sees the second package falling down. And he's like, "Oh no, that's a bomb," because it's falling down faster than the others. He does like the exact Northern Line thing, which I'd explained earlier in an episode. But that's only because I was just watching the episode recently. Not the Northern Line one, the one where I was talking about the Northern Line one. So the second package is falling faster than the first because it's a bomb. And Albert's like, "Hey, wait, that's a bomb," and he tries to get away, but alas, he was too slow, and he exploded, and I take all of his loot. And so I end up chasing after, I end up tracking these guys, and it was actually tracking. It was pretty cool. I'm seeing the trail, and it looks like it's a team of like 3 or 4 people, and they have at least one relic. And I found some like half-eaten mushrooms on the ground, and I'm like, "Albert, you know what this means? That means one of them is infected." Yeah, you got it. And I mean, it's not like, both of us came to the conclusion. I just wanted to look, like a smart person. And so I'm tracking these guys down, and I end up murdering one of their guys. But I was following them for like the longest time. And I mean, I didn't win, but I felt cool doing it. It was very fun. The second game, and this is where the story picks up. Okay, bomb. So we, like I was saying, we started off on opposite sides of the map. So I sneak my way, and by sneak I mean I run as fast as I can over there. Oh, I should probably go to the item room. I should probably also open up the secret room. I'm not gonna apologize for getting rid of a box of friends. Like, box of friends is not that good in my opinion. I mean, if you're in grade mode or if you're in boss rush, it's amazing. Like that's the only kind of character where you can have the big army of followers like that. But we're not gonna be in boss rush and grade mode all that often. 2 bombs are very nice. Is this my secret room? It is. But wait, what? Not only is it a pretty rare item, because it's like a joke item, but not a joke because it's bad, it's a joke because it's really good. It looks exactly like Butterbean. And so, like, you see it, and you're like, oh, it's just Butterbean. And you pick it up, and it's, it's this great item and its name is, wait, what? I can't believe it's not Butterbean. I'll drop a couple bombs, hopefully pick up an item or some pills. Nope. Okay. Still looking for that item room. Why do I have Bad Trip? I can see forever. And I still think this is my first episode with Lois, so I should probably explain what's going on too, shouldn't I? Don't worry, I'll get back to the story, if for anyone that cares. So, the one of you, maybe. Lilith, as you can see, blindfolded, can't shoot tears. Instead, she starts with this little follower. It's Incubus. Incubus is a little follower that shoots exactly like you would. So it's a great item, especially if you're a character that can, you know, normally shoot. But in this case, Lilith cannot normally shoot. So the trouble with this is that trying to deal all your damage through Incubus is kind of tricky. Please stay away. You know, it's kind of tricky. Smoke him. Yeah. I'm so happy I got Waitwood. Alright, what's in our item? Oh, it's Krampus. That's really not good. Now this would have been a good time for Box of Friends, but I would have used Box of Friends on the boss, probably. So, I mean, hey, if I'm ever happy to have a little bit of frame trouble, this would be the fight. Yikes. Stay away. No. Alright, this is fine. I've got Krampus on the ropes. The Krampus has got my gameplay on the flipping ropes. Oh, I thought I had... Wait, what charge? I tried to reflect the bullets. Alright, we got him. We got him. Oh, definitely take this. Excellent. So, things are cool. Lilith's a tricky character because it's harder to aim because they're not coming out of you. They're coming out of a guy that, you know, that follows your movement a little bit behind you. So that's, you know, no good. And usually you use Box of Friends to add one more of the followers that you have. And I don't want to say double your friends because I've had someone like dispute me on that, and his name is Kamino. So like you don't want to say double because then you're saying like, oh, so after you have 2, it'll double to 4. No, it'll go up to 3. But having 2 Incubus is pretty good. Having 2 Incubus or Incubi or whatever is probably better than shooting normally. But you only get to do it once every 4 rooms, so you're like, well, I don't want to use it now. What if the boss is coming up? And Northern Lion puts a really good term on this. It's too good to use syndrome. I don't want to use it now. It's too good to waste. But the irony is that because you're so cautious with it, you never get to use it. It's too good to use. I don't know if other games have it, but I know Northern Lion's put the term on other things. Alright. Like, maybe like potions and Slay the Spires, things like that. I can see Forever Pill, but it's good to know I was correct. That's not going to be that useful. But, wait, what is unlimited bombs? Which is way better than, you know, like once every 4 rooms, double your familiars. And hopefully it's going to stay like that until I have like a bajillion bombs. Don't stand that close to the mushrooms you plan on exploding, you madman. Alright. I mean, all we need is better stats, and Incubus is going to start getting really useful. So, got the prerequisite Issac stuff out of the way. Now we talk about SOS. So, we're trying to meet up with Albrecht, and I passed by this person, and I thought a fight was gonna start up. So you know, I do my standard thing of, hey, you want to be friends? And the other person like just says something I couldn't understand and leaves. And that's not like a language thing. I actually just don't know what they said. I'm pretty sure they were speaking English. So you know, so they split off, and I'm like, oh well, I felt like I almost died there, but that's what I'm saying to Albrecht. It's like, yeah, I just had a near-death experience. Over. Because we're talking on the walkie-talkies, because, you know, that's the fun way to do it. Pay to play, or is it card, or is this? I mean, this is probably better. And I can still do this, and it's 2 spades. It's 18 keys. I probably should have waited, but now keys are not going to really be worth that much. So, we meet up, and things aren't going too well. We don't have much loot, and we can hear that we're near another duo. That's always dangerous, because you're like, well, what if they try to kill us? Ow. No, 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 no. Alright, I really don't like this room. This room is way too much stuff going on. And that's not from a frame rate issue, that's just from my brain not being able to comprehend it. And we're back at 1.5 spirit, or 1.5 hearts. So that's cool. These explosive guys, I really don't want these explosive guys in my life. At first I thought I was okay with them. At first I was afraid. I was petrified. Something, something, something. I don't remember the rest of the words. So we do eventually meet up with these guys. And we can see that they're just a little bit kitted up better than we are. They've got a little bit more loot. And so we're like, oh, we should probably not fight. And Albert's over here doing like the complete opposite of what I thought he'd do. He's like he's like actually trying to be friends with them. And this is important. And it's actually like he had a good point, because the other duo says, hey, the rest of the other 16 people are in a team, or like there's like 10 people in a team, which if you're doing your math, that's 10 and 4, so there is one more person somewhere. There's one duo somewhere that's not a part of a team, so we're like, oh, okay, well, we should probably work together if we're gonna take down a team of 10 people, which is an awful idea, because the team, well, not what we're doing, the team of 10 people, how many relics do you expect to find? There's only 3 relics. Like, statistically, like, even at the best case scenario, most of you are dying. And I guess, like, wait, oh, this is an Excel floor. What am I doing? Get out of here. I could try to start using these bombs to better effect, but I don't think that's necessary. Because, like, this guy eats bombs. I think I've mentioned it before. It's tricky, though. And so, like, we're journeying with this duo. And I don't know if this is, like, their character, like, if this is them playing up their characters, but they are both, like, they argued a lot. And I think they were just playing up their characters. If not, I swear it's an abusive relationship. And that's not something I should laugh about, but at the same time, it was kind of funny. Alright, we need to go back and find the other... Like, they started arguing about which of their butts were nicer, which was weird, because one of them was a man. And, like, they were actually, like, man and woman characters, but it was actually a man and a woman, which was refreshing, because it's nice to know that I'm not allying up with a woman character that's just, like, and then starts speaking like a man. Like, that's not cool, I think. Alright. So, then we're journeying around, and we head towards one of the more guaranteed relic spots in Eagle Camp. And it's a pretty big place. And we hear that there's... Oh, and I was talking about how they're arguing on who had the better butt. Albrecht and I are laughing at this, and I say, no, both of you turn around. I'm an authority on this. I can decide for you. And so they both do it. I'm like, I think he's got you beat. And I thought it was great. Did pretty well. So get out of here, you weird man. Weird reflecting bullets, man. So we're going into this relic spot, and this is, dangerous, because we hear voices and gunshots, and like, oh, those guys have way better gear than we do. Smack them. All right, we smacked them a little bit. And Albrecht, who's still doing the complete opposite of what I expected him to do, he says, "Hey, we can talk our way through this. We can get their lines to split up." And I say, I think we're past words at this point. And so the potentially crazy guy in our team is like, "Don't you worry. You're right. We are past words. We're going to He tries to say something inspiring, but it just makes me terrified. I died. I died a little bit there, just from getting hit. Yikes! Watch out for that red creep. So, and he runs towards the team and actually screaming we're gonna kill you. and you don't, nothing you can do about it. He sounded a lot better when he did it, and that's not his exact words. Like, it sounded pretty good, like, you know, intimidating, but I was like, oh, this guy's actually crazy. So, and we actually, like, he finds a guy, just a straggler, and he's like, hey, this guy's part of our team now. And I'm like, no. Like, the entire time, I'm like, I don't want to be in this alliance. We'd be better off being a duo, Albrecht. And I walk off, and I'm saying it over the walkie, like, hey, Albrecht, it's time for us to split. And the trouble is that, like, all those other people can hear that where I'm talking over the walkie. They're not on the same channel as me, but they can hear it coming from Albrecht's walkie. And I know he does not like what's happening, because he's like, well, thanks. Now they think I'm a betrayer, which we are. But, you know. Oh, that worked really well. Good card, ace of clubs. I'm sure I could find a better use than just turning one empty chest into a bomb. Alright, go over here. Smack those. Whoa, oh, I had a feeling you'd duke me. These small bats are really good at being annoying. Alright, got the portal. We are definitely not making boss rush. I mean, we only have 2 floors to go, but we only have 4 minutes to get there. And so, I don't know exactly how it ended up, but Albrecht ends up, like, just dropping like a fly. Either everyone found out that I was talking about betrayal, and they killed him, or the straggler they found was actually a guy with a gun, because I think Albrecht said he died from a gunshot. So that's cool, I guess. Like, at least, like, we knew, like, the team we were with didn't have guns. So, like, who knows? Maybe the other team actually ended up finding these guys. And so, you know, that's all. It all is going awful. I don't have any gear. I have, like, a couple skulls and a dagger. And everyone else, like, this team of 10's got guns. And we don't know if this is really a team of 10. We just, like, this is just what we got off this crazy guy. So, honestly, you know. Oh, no. I'm so close to death already. Get away, yellow man. Degas is great. Degas is amazing. Please don't be a Yera. Okay, Awas. Anzus. Okay. Awas. Give me a crawl space. No, Anzus. Okay. Well, no, it's fine. Just keep going. You're doing good. And so I'm like, okay, now it's definitely time to split. They've killed my teammate. They're coming for me next, I'm sure. I can hear them chasing me. And so we're running, and I know where to go, because I am apparently really good at pathfinding. So, and just like tactics. And I've said it, and I mean, I haven't said it to you guys, but I've, like, basically this is the difference between me and Albrecht. Albrecht is really good at, I mean, we're both very good at video games. Like, I was gonna make an example about Issac, but I've taken 2 hits in this boss fight, so never mind, I guess. But I like to say I'm pretty good at video games, and Albrecht is very good at video games. So, and it's not. I'd like to say it's not a matter of who's better at video games. Based off my performance, I'm starting to think it's him. You know, whatever. Wow, okay. I hit that guy from underground. He's way better at shooting stuff than I am. Absolutely, 100%. We were at Dave & Buster's, and I found that out for sure. We were playing, like, simulation games, but I'm like, no, that's just a fluke. That's, like, just real-life guns, basically. An angel deal? Didn't see that coming. Thought that could be interesting. Yeah, here you go, bud. I got a present for you. I mean, we've already done a Mega Satan kill on this save file, so I guess we don't have to worry about that. I mean, we have to do it with every character, so, you know. Yikes! Okay, we cool. So, based off the information I have in this SOS fight, the team of 10 and our rinky-dink team of now 2, the duo we left behind, are all in this one camp. That's most of the island. which means if I go to another relic spot, there should be, you know, a relic I can get a hold of. Like right. So I'm going, and I'm sure this duo is on my heels. Like they're likely trying to chase me down. Like who knows? Maybe they were planning on killing me the whole time. Oh, kill this guy. There we go. And so I make it to this place. It's like up in like a mountain. It's called the Cradle, and it's my go-to place because this ended up working. So I go in there, and I'm all by myself. I'm out of gear. The only things I have are the skulls, the dagger, and you know, healing items. So and you know, no indication of like any helicopter coming to end the game. So I still have time, and I don't because my gear is so bad. I don't have anything that can, you know, easily kill these monsters. So that's no good. Oh, those guys just melted on those spikes. That's great. And like I'm not doing too good against these monsters. These monsters are pretty tricky to fight. If you don't have a partner, which I didn't, because it's just me. Because normally the strategy is like you let one person block all the attacks, while the other person just goes to town on them from behind. And that's a pretty good strategy, unless you don't have a partner. So you just have to like block and, you know, attack and things like that. And so everything's going. Where I'm fighting, I'm at like half health, but I still have plenty of healing items. And I find the relic beast. And Alberic's in the Discord, because we switched to the Discord after he died, because, you know, I wasn't going to get any other information out of him. He wasn't going to be on the walkie anymore, that's for sure. And so he's, like, amazed. Like, he can't believe I've gotten this far on my own, even though it's not looking very good. It's, like, it's still looking pretty bleak. Like, even if I do end up getting a relic, how do I plan on, you know, getting on a helicopter with a bunch of people with guns around? So I'm trying to fight this relic monster with a skull, and it turns out that's not a very sound strategy. So the fight goes on. I'm getting my butt kicked, and I'm at like I'm like 1/3 health, and so I stock up on my last bit of papayas that I have. So I'm back up to full health, or like half health, or something like that. And I'm like, oh well, I can't do this. I need to leave. I need to get loot. And then something in me is like, if I leave now, I won't be able to do this. Oh goodness. Like, you know, someone else is gonna come by or something like that, like duo trailing me or something. And so I turn around, and because I forgot another part. My bad. There were 2 relic monsters. There were two relics in this place, and that's like, you know, I was okay with my odds of fighting off 1 relic monster, but 2, no way. I was way outnumbered. So I'm trying to, you know, that's the biggest reason I ran, is because like no way am I going to be able to fight 2 of these guys. I don't have enough gear for this. And so for some reason I'm like, no, I've got to go back. This is where I make my stand. And I do. The other relic monsters left. So I'm like, oh, this is great. And just one, like, I didn't realize how weak I'd gotten this guy down to. I hate the configuration of this room around the secret room. Like, I realize I have a lot of bombs. I just don't want to use them. And just one hit from this, like, from the skull I'm holding, like, right across the jaw, and he just drops like a sack of rocks. And I'm like, whoa, I killed him. And Albert's like, SPW, you did it. And I'm like, you're right, I did do it. And you know, so this is great. Excuse me, I want this secret room open. Thank you. I am gonna blow you up, because I need a little bit extra deal chance. Thank you. Steam sale. There's 1 floor left. That's probably not necessary. I've been taking a lot of damage, so fanny pack could be good. Hero fun card, please. Temperance. Not that good. Alright. So, I probably should avoid going into the curse room, because I've not been stocking up on HP too well past couple runs. Damn. Alright, you got me. Good hit, good hit. So, you know, this is great. I've got a relic. I have a chance. And, like, just something in me had snapped. It's like, nah. I don't need teammates to win this. And that's not just because I've done pretty well on my own before. But it's just like, no, you see where teamwork got us? It got Albert killed. So, we're doing so he's watching, and I'm like trying to, I gotta run now, because now I've got this relic on my back, and it's leaving a trail of goo on the ground, so people can track me a whole lot easier. And so, yeah, I have to split. And so I'm looting for stuff, and I'm out of money, so I can't use pay to play. Okay, that's fine. I can find a penny. Oh, look, pennies. Alright, get on Incubus. Get him, Incubus. I'm starting to develop the Northern Line Assault. It's like, well, the run's okay, but we could use a little more damage. Or we've only gotten one damage upgrade this entire game. And, I mean, Syntho is actually a really nice damage upgrade, so I really shouldn't be playing. I'm not. I'm just taking a lot of bad damage. Alright. Thank you. Alright, I've got a penny. I'm able to open up the way now. So, so I'm looting, and I'm getting the SOS jitters, and that I started like singing along this little tune that was in Blood Bowl. It was something along the lines of 420 Saurus went down to slam Hopek. And when the match was over, the elf team was a wreck. And Albert's laughing because we both really enjoy that song. Like it's funny, it's Warhammer related, and it's about it's about elves getting their bloods handed to them by some big burly lizardman dudes. All right, off we go. And so he says, SPW, if you win this, you've got to say that in the post game. And I'm like, if I win, I'll say whatever you want me to say. So, and I find a little bit better loot. You know, I've got a hatchet, I've got some daggers. It's fine. Nothing out of the ordinary, especially not for this pace late in the game. And like I could hear the voices of people tailing me, because there are people tailing me. They need that relic that I've got strapped on my back. So. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Hey, walnut opened. That's about time. I've been holding on to that thing forever. This is not a good trinket in this circumstance. Actually, no, it's fine. Actually, because it looks like the stats don't change until. Oh no, they go away immediately. Never mind. That's annoying. Little Gish. Hilarious. Welcome to the team. Let's continue. And so I'm like, I see some unlooted stuff like over to the side, and I was like, SPW, you don't have the time for this. And I'm like, shut up, I got this. And so I go in there, and I found a, what is it? Or what is it called? It's called a flare gun. And Albert's like, oh, now I can like get the votes to get you a gun. You'll have a better chance. And I'm like, I don't need a gun. I point the not the solar flare. That comes from the sun, not from guns. I point the flare gun at the sky to I'm wanting to summon the helicopter. But what I realize is that when you summon the helicopter to start to end the game, they drop you supplies anyway, so that's nice of them. Where am I putting these bombs? What am I doing with all these bombs? I'm just throwing these bombs in random spots. I have 26 keys and nothing I can do with them. I better start getting a lot of gold chests. Alright, in here. This is a great item. Actually, hold on. That's not what I want. So everything, this is great. I've summoned the helicopter. I'm gonna I'm gonna get on the helicopter. I'm gonna leave, and I like purposefully put it over, like put it out in the distance, because I need to run. I can't just stay here and hide. Like they're gonna track me down and they're gonna kill me. So, I'm hiding, or so like I make it over to the extraction site. And I find, with Albert's help, he spots the gun case that he voted on, because he was like the only person in my audience at this point. And so, how am I supposed to get a hold of this chest? I cannot play video games and talk, apparently. Oh, I like that. You see those rainbow razor blades? In here. There's something to say about that bomb. Like, Lilith Boss Rush is the easiest thing to do, so I don't think we need to do it right now. And I also realize I don't have enough money to buy anything, so I guess that's also an issue. Get in there. Trying to remember what part of the story I was at. I've got a gun. I've got bullets. It's great. I hide in the bushes because I'm apparently, and it's what I'm saying to him. Like the entire time I'm walking over to this helicopter site, I'm like, I cannot believe I've made it this far. Rags to riches. I've come from nothing, and I am here now. And like he's very proud. He's a very proud Bretonian man. His name's Albert. And like he's loving this. Like I cannot believe you made it this far. And he thinks he could do pretty well, and I think he can too if he gets in the right situation. He just can't go around killing everybody. Then he does adopt this mentality later on that he just wants to go around killing everybody, back in the PUBG mood, as it were. I got my shop, I got my item room. Let us continue. So yeah, I definitely do not have enough HP to do boss rush. Just do not. If you actually, I do have enough money. I need to go back to the shop and get that spirit heart. Also, I need to kill these hands. Got one. Got the other. Good. And so I'm hiding in the bushes. Like I've completely become a man of the jungle, and that's what I'm saying to him. I've been infected by the monster virus, like that the monsters give you, and so this entire time I've been staving it off. Like I was at like 40% infection, and like I eventually find some mushrooms in this whole time, and that's just another thing I forgot to talk about, because it was another thing, like, you know, it's making it look pretty bleak here. That is not the secret room. Grab this. Alright. Mom fight. This is fine. I've got batteries. What was that? Oh, okay. And like as I'm like getting really close to, like, you know, it's starting to look really bad on my screen for as far as the infection goes. I say, you know what, Albert? It sounds really good. Human flesh. Human flesh just sounds really good. I'm making a joke that's like zombie, that my guy's turning into a zombie, and Albert's just like going along with it. It's like, yeah, human flesh is pretty good. Just eat the idol. That's good too. I don't know why he said that. Like, I don't know why, if he thought that was funny. And so I eventually find some mushrooms, and I'm able to get enough that I'm able to stave off the infection pretty well. And so, you know, snap back to the present part in the story where I'm hiding in the bushes. I've become a man of the jungle. All the nice parts of me have died, and I make the joke like, I'm no longer Cactus Bill, I'm Cutthroat Bill. I'm just gonna kill people. It's all about survival. It's not about making friends and watching your survivor and, you know, looking like a nice guy. It's all about the wins, about the stats. And, you know, that's the fair mentality, I'd like to say. I eventually go back on it because I still want to be pegged as a nice guy. And so, in one of the previous matches, I had seen this guy and I had killed him. It was pretty late in the game. He didn't have a relic, but he was like, you know, he was already in a pretty bad spot. He was being like attacked by zombies and stuff like that. And grab this. Go over here. Goat head. I don't have enough HP for me, dude. Let alone a bunch of devil deals. Alright, crawl into this spot over here. And so I see, and it's the same guy from the last round, and I've made a pretty big fool of him in the past, like in the previous round. I just come up and clobbered him over the head, and he died. And so this time, he, he just jumps down right next to me. He sees me, and he's like, and he like puts his hand up like as like he's waving to me. He's like, "Hey," and I just something in me. It was just like, and I like point my gun at him, and I shoot him. He drops dead, which is normally not how that works. Normally take quite a few bullets to die in a shooter game. So just to see him drop from a headshot like that right between the eyes was super funny. And Albert's laughing like, SBW, that was like the most cold-hearted kill I've ever seen. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I am a creature of darkness now. And it was true, because I don't know if that guy was in a partnership with anybody, but he was like, he was obviously going to be after that relic. It's not like friendship's not going to get us anywhere here. He didn't have a relic. He needed my relic. It was my relic. Weird man. So and like I can hear in like I'm like situated in the bushes, and I can hear from this like in this temple behind me. I hear a voice. It's like, "Oh no, I don't have any more mushrooms. I'm gonna turn." And I'm like, "Yes, turn into a zombie. Kill your friends." And so I've become the full villain, but I'm not the villain. I'm the hero in this story. It's just that I've given up my moral code to, survive in this competitive wasteland of this lush tropical island. I guess it's not really much of a wasteland, is it? So so the helicopter finally shows up, and it looks like, "You gotta get on that helicopter." And I'm like, "Yes, but not yet." And because I can tell, like, there were people in that temple. They were just waiting for me to pop up so they could shoot at me. And so I'm given a sec, and I see someone pops up first. They didn't have a relic. They were one of the people. They were one of the squatters looking to kill me. And so I send them a message. I shoot him, and apparently I'm a really good shot in the last 2 rounds I'd been in. And I peg this person in the leg, and they're like, "Oh God!" And they run off. This is a new room. This is weird. There's a tinted rock over there. I want that tinted rock. I don't know why I thought that would work. Oh well. This also. Wait, this is Scarred Womb. Oh, I mean, I know it's Scarred Womb. It's Scarred Womb XL. Oh Lord. And so I fight them off. And then I get onto the helicopter, and then I'm like, okay, now I can go. And I get on the helicopter, and I'm going up, and I'm so excited. Hey, excuse me? Hey, get out of here! I hit the Xbox button on my thingy, on the controller. And like I'm so happy, I'm so excited. And it's also like the middle of the night at my house, not middle of the night. It's like 10 o'clock, and so like people in the house are just, trying to sleep, but I'm so excited. I just start belting stuff out, like I had the door closed and everything. They could still hear me, and I was just like, and I'm not gonna yell it out here because I think I actually just heard someone come in. Hopefully it's not like a robber or something like that. That would be awkward. I'm just like, he's just trying to rob me, and I'm like a happy guy just recording in here. And so I'm like. Like this is the taunt I come up with. I want, and I just yell it out. Suck my idol, because I didn't want to be like vulgar. That'd be awful. Oh, this is no good. Hey, there we go. We got this guy. All right. And so then I like go over it again, like, suck my big fat relic, because I'm a nice guy. I'm not gonna result in any vulgar stuff like that. What I said earned me a couple bullets in the chest. Some unknown gunmen. Maybe it was the lady I'd shot. Maybe it was some other people. But they took a shot at me, and I was the first one on the helicopter. I did the triple crown. I died. I you know, I was the one that signaled the copter. I got a relic all on my own, and I won. And I have not won today. That is a thing that's going on. And so I'm the first one on the copter. I am actually winner number one here. This is great. It's the greatest thing. And the entire time, Albert's like, "SPW, my boy, you did it." And he's so proud, and I'm so proud. I'm the happiest guy on the island. It's mostly because half the other guys are dead. And another team, like a duo, working together, they they make their way on as well. And so in the post game, like it's coming up to my turn to talk, and Albert's like, "SPW, you gotta say it, you gotta say it." And so that's what and I know what he's talking about. I go on there like, "All right," and I turn the mic on. 420 swords went down to Slanhupeck, and I flippin' killed them all. No, I didn't say flippin'. I just did something a little more vulgar at that point because I was a very happy man. And like the entire, like the rest of the living players, like they just were laughing it up. This is hilarious, and Albert's laughing, and I'm laughing. It's great. So yeah, SOS is cool. I didn't realize how long that story would be. It's also supposed to talk about how I also was not enjoying SOS. It's very neutral in my opinion right now, but that was definitely like the most fun winning a video game I've had in a long time. But Isaac, right? Yeah. Thanks for sticking around to listen to the story. If you're liking what's going on and like to hear a guy ramble about other video games, you should like and subscribe if you're wanting to see more. In that case, I will see you guys next time.